Sure. As you would know that India is 1.3 billion people. Of that, about 65% of the population is under 35 years old. So the right market from a lending perspective. India has a very stable credit bureau, and about 200 million plus people are on the bureau. It's also, if you look at some of the other metrics, it has about 900 million plus mobile users. About 250 million of them are on smartphones, which is expected to go to 500 million by 2020. It also last week only became the largest market for Facebook, beating US as a market size, and from here on should grow further. Uh, from a public infrastructure perspective, in the last 2 or 3 years, government kind of started a great initiative of digitizing every individual's identity. And now what we have is probably the largest digital identity program across anywhere in the world. We have about 1 million people whose identities are digitized with biometric validation. And the next step that the government and the country is trying to do is to link that digital identity with a lot of every financial product that you have, thereby increasing the flow, validating the data that's available for all consumers. From a credit perspective, however, if you look at the market numbers and then you look at what's the current penetration of credit products, India only has about 30 million credit cards, which is 3% of the population. Uh, Only about 40 million of the population is what we call as prime and super prime, and is targeted and looked at by most of the major banks. So what that leaves the market with is about 400 million of either new to credit or below prime credit population, which are so to say underserved. And that market, as the data becomes more digital, as a smartphone access allows you to have a lot of data, as the credit bureau becomes more richer and stable, that market is ripe for expansion and growth over the next few years, and which is what some of us in the fintech space are trying to capitalize on.
Right. So Naveen, the market is very